Do you want to go to Sephora? Oh yes, I really do. There are palettes and bronzers and lipsticks. What am I going to do? Didn't that sound lovely? Mm-hmm. I thought so. How to save money at Sephora. When you see Sephora, walk the other way. Do not go in. Okay, here we go. So hello everybody, I hope everyone is having a fantastic day today. So today's video is actually going to be a little bit different. For today, I want to give you guys a few tips on how you can save money at Sephora. So I don't know about you, but whenever I go into Sephora, I usually just walk around and it's just pretty much impulse buys. Of course, I go in there and, buy stuff that I do need, but probably 7 out of 10 times that I go in there, I do buy something that I didn't go in there looking for. So I just have a few tips here for you guys that you can save money. These aren't going to be like coupon codes or anything like that. It's just some tips that I have found that I've noticed help me save a little bit of money. So I just have a notepad down here that has all my tips that I've written down. So the first tip that I have for you guys today is to only use your points on samples that you think are actually worth it. I know not all of Sephora's samples that they have for your VIB or your Beauty Insider points, they're not really worth it, I don't think. Some examples are like the skincare, and not that the products aren't good, it's just I don't think you're getting really enough of the product for it to be considered a deluxe sample size and to be using like 100 or 200 points on it, because for each dollar that you spend at Sephora, that is a point. So essentially, if your sample is 100 points, you're spending $100 on that, kind of, if you see what I mean. What I like to do with my points, I actually rack them up, because I usually don't find things too often that I really like, but I really like to spend mine on mascaras that I really like just, the deluxe samples of mascaras that I know that I already like that are like $30, and I just don't really feel like springing for a $30 mascara at the time, so essentially it is kind of free. Or lipsticks or lip glosses. I just find that you're getting more product with these samples, and I guess you're not technically saving money, but I think it's just your points are being used more efficiently, I guess, if that makes any sense. Second tip that I have is do not give into the hype of VIB Rouge. So if you guys don't know how the Sephora point system works, essentially you sign up to be a Beauty Insider and you get a card. And on that card you have a number, and every single time you purchase a product from Sephora, either in-store or online, you get a point for every dollar that you spend. So Beauty Insiders are categorized as spending less than $350 every calendar year. And then the next tier is what I'm in. I am in the VIB, so that's like, I forget what that stands for, very important beauty, or I don't know. That is spending anywhere between $350 and $999 a year. This gives you a little bit more perks to your account. So often, if there's new products coming out, sometimes they'll be available to the VIBs and the VIB Rouges, which is the next tier that I'll explain in a few minutes, available to them before it's available to the mass public. And sometimes you get more points on products. I know in August, just 2 weeks ago, they had their big points promotion. So the normal Beauty Insiders or the regular Beauty Insiders got 2 times the points, so they would earn 2 points for every dollar that they spent. VIB received 3 times the points, and VIB Rouge received 4 times the points, I believe. So they do kind of special promotions like that where you're kind of getting a little bit more. I don't really know. I don't find it's really worth it, I guess, but at the same point, it's free to join, so it's not like you're losing anything. So the third and final tier of the Beauty Insider program is the VIB Rouge, and this is when you spend $1,000 or more every calendar year, which is kind of crazy. I have never reached that because that is just nuts. So VIP Rouge does have special perks, like they do special meetups, like you can meet specific people at stores, or they do like classes that you can come in, learn for example, how to contour or strobe or something like that. I'm sure there's other things that you can do as well. I'm not really 100% positive on what the VIP Rouge actually, like, what you get with it all, but I just know, like, that you shouldn't really, give into the hype. I don't really think it's worth it. So when I say that is, I'm not saying don't sign up for the Beauty Insider program, because I do think, you do get samples and stuff, and, it is worth it because it is free, but I don't think you should be going into Sephora and be like, okay, I have got $200 left to reach this tier of the program, so I have to spend $200, because you have to do it every year. It's not like once you spend $1,000, you're in that tier of the program forever. It resets every single year. So that's just what I mean by not buying into the hype. Another thing is get free samples when you're in store or when you're online. So when you go in the store, if you have your eye on a product, like for example a foundation, and you don't really want to spring, for a $50 foundation right away, just ask for a sample. The staff working there will be more than happy to give you a sample, and it'll usually last for a few applications, so then you can see if you like it. And if you like it, you can go back and purchase it, and then if you don't, then you don't have to purchase it, so you're not out that $50. I know they do free returns, but then you don't have to go back and return it, and it's just a lot easier. So always, don't be afraid to ask for free samples of products. My fourth tip actually is kind of the same thing, is to order online. I always order stuff that I know that I like my NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof eyeshadow base. Oh my gosh, that was a mouthful. Or certain things that, that I'm like always constantly buying, I'll just buy online because it's a lot more easier for me, since my Sephora is about an hour away from where I live right now. So whenever you order online, you're automatically eligible for 3 free samples. They're not as big as your deluxe samples, but still they're samples, they're free. It's another like thing that you can try out. I don't know, it's kind of fun. Another thing is that online they also have like special promotion codes that you can enter. Like for instance, the last time I went, I got a free sample of a highlighter. And what I'm trying to say is that it wasn't just like a chintzy like little sample. It was actually a fair size, and it's going to last me quite a while. So there's also those that are coupon codes that are always circulating through their online offers. Another thing that I want to say is don't necessarily always buy the full-size product if there is a travel size. So a great example of this, and I know I've said this like 5 billion times on my channel, is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I know they come in a ton of different varieties, but I'm pretty sure all of them, or like 90% of them, come in the travel size and the full size. So the travel size is half the size of the full size. The full size is, I think, $50, and the travel size is something like $19, so if you're $20. So if you buy 2 of the travel size, you're still getting the same amount of product, but you're actually saving yourself a lot of money in the long run, especially if it's something that you're constantly purchasing like every 2 or 3 months like myself. It might seem like just a little bit of savings every time, but when you rack it up, you're actually saving quite a bit. So always make sure, like if they have travel size of that product that you want to purchase, see if maybe purchasing 2 of the travel size is cheaper than purchasing 1 of the full size. Another tip that I want to share with you guys is that you can return used products. You guys probably know this, but if you buy a product, this happened to me. I bought a Sephora brand, I think, moisturizer. I got it online. And I tried it, and I really wanted to like it, but I just didn't like it, and it was like $35, and I was like, I could keep it, I could try to make it work, but it wasn't working. I absolutely hated it. So I took it back, and they gave me a full refund for it, and I didn't even have my receipt with me. They keep in mind they don't like it. Like if you do that more than once, they're probably going to get a little angry with you that you're not bringing your receipt. So if you have your receipt or your online email that has your shipping confirmation, always bring that in. But you can return used products and then get your money, and you're not out of that money for a product that you don't like. And last but not least, for the last tip that I want to share with you guys today is to, when you're in Sephora, this is just simple marketing. As you know, you usually walk through Sephora, there's, an aisle, and then there's 2 like rows, I guess, of products. So when you're walking through those rows, your eye automatically goes to the middle of those like stands that have all the products on them. This is where Sephora and many other companies, not just Sephora, will put their most expensive products because it is at eye level. So if you look above and below that, you know, middle area, that's where they're going to be putting their cheaper products because they know that you're less likely to look there. So just keep that in mind. It's just a simple, you know, trick that I use. I don't know how much money you're going to save, but you might find a cheaper alternative if you avoid looking, you know, right in front of you, if that makes any sense. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit different from what I have been doing in the past. I just kind of want to switch things up a bit. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, and I will see you on Thursday with another video. Bye! Something that I'm sure everyone knows about. This is the NARS Orgasm Blush. I really like this. NARS blushes are a little bit more expensive. However, I've had this for 2.5 years, and I use it not every day, but I probably